All right, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Stage number 3. Caffeine still kicking in. Stage number 3 underway and finishing up. Some of the vehicles still out on course, but all of our top guys are in so far. We got our motos done. We've got a lot of the vehicles are finishing up, the ultimate cars as well. So let's talk a little bit about the stage results so far. Very impressed to see what is happening up at the top. And well, actually, it's a little bit of a boo-boo. So let's talk a little bit about that one. We're going to jump over and take a look here at the standings for the bikes first. So for the stage number 3, as you guys remember in the stage preview, a little bit longer of a stage with some really long commutes, about 321 kilometers that these guys were going to race, roughly 180 miles. Getting out of Bisha, finally going to start getting on the road. Motorhome World Championships underway. Not sure. I just overhear that stuff. I'm more interested in the bike stuff. But anyway, let's get right to it. Here's your podium up on the screen. If you guys are checking this out on YouTube or on Spotify video podcasts, Luciano Santolino on the Sherco taking the top spot for today's stage in the bikes. Now, followed by Ricky Brabeck hanging out. He is on that Monster Energy Honda 4 minutes and 1 second back. And then Skylar Howes aboard the Monster Energy Honda taking up 4:10 back from the leader with a total time of 3 hours, 48 minutes, and 44 seconds. So not bad. 4 minutes, about 4 minutes, 10 seconds separating the top 3 on the stage. Skylar Howes picking up about 2:48 in bonus time on that one. So what happened? Well, Bradley Cox was geared to be the number 2 on the podium and had a little boo-boo and actually picked up 6 minutes of penalties. Apparently he was speeding where he wasn't supposed to. So quick side note on that one, if you guys are curious as to how the penalties are divvied out in this, in the Dakar, in most of the rally raids across the world, there is some kind of timing device on the bike that's measuring speed, that's capturing the waypoints, that's doing all of this stuff. In this case, it's an ERTF unit. In the case of places like Baja Rally, Sonora Rally, COTA, some of the rallies here in the US and North America, they use a rally comp. With that, they can actually, 1, track you live, and 2, they hand out the penalties in real time. So when you get into a speed zone, the unit will switch into a speed zone mode, basically, and it is tracking, and it will beep you. It will give you a series of beeps depending on how close you are to it. Now, where does something like this happen? How does a rider get 6 minutes of penalties this far into the game? And what I mean by that is people that are actually experienced in that. Very, very simple. Come in hot to a speed zone, you missed the note, you didn't see that it was coming, or you thought you were further down before the start of it, however it is, and you come in doing 50 kilometers an hour over the actual speed limit. And as soon as that thing hits, you're going to be penalized for it. You know instantly there's a series of beeps, there's a beeper, there's a solid tone, so something like that, especially 6 minutes, that's pretty steep. A 1 minute penalty I could see, 2, that kind of thing, but 6 minutes I think jumps into what would be the oops moment. So my guess is came in hot on a speed zone and, well, paid the price. Well, that knocked them all the way off the podium, knocking them down about 10 positions. Bradley Cox now running 14th for the stage on this one. So again, top 3 on the bikes for the stage: Luciano Santolino, Ricky Brabeck, and Skylar Howes. You see the graphic up here. And from there, let's take a look at what the overall rankings are. I didn't want to do the overall because we still had some time going, but let's take a look here. So with the end of his run, Daniel Sanders still leading the rally, but not by much. You've got Daniel Sanders first overall with a total time of 20 hours, 9 minutes, and 54 seconds. Then you've got Skylar Howes in the number 2 spot, 20 hours, 11 minutes, and 51 seconds. He's hanging out 1 minute and 57 seconds back. And then the Kalahari Ferrari, Ross Branch, 2011, 59. So 2 minutes and 5 seconds out of the lead. So very, very close there between Skylar and Ross. 157 for him, 205 for Ross. That difference of 3, 5, 8 seconds separating the second and third on the overall podium at the moment. So see the graphic up on top there if you guys are watching this on Spotify or YouTube. So that is the motos for now. Ricky Brabeck, 4th overall. Tasha Sharena in the number 5 spot. Luciano Benavides in the number 6. Pablo Quintanilla in the number 7 spot. Adrian Van Beveren, 8. Nacho Cornejo, 9. Luciano Santolino 10. That is your top 10 at the moment. Santolino picking up a stage win. So what happened to Sanders? Well, won the prologue, won stage 1, won stage 2, and eventually it was going to happen. He leading out on stage 3 and lost a ton of time on that one. So unfortunately, Daniel Sanders not picking up the win on this one. Bit of a run. He was 2 more wins away from tying with some of the record holders for the most wins. But then again, this is only 25% done. So we still got a long way to go. Daniel Sanders is up on top. He is in a good position. I would expect him tomorrow to probably make up some time. So it'll be interesting if he's trying to hunt down Skylar House and where Skylar House is going to be, considering that he is technically going to be third out for tomorrow's stage, unless they do something different with the starting order. So very awesome to see that. It is now a race. We are done with the 48-hour chrono. Survival stage is done. It is now time to just hammer down. I'm seeing that from the stage results today with Ricky Brabeck and Skylar House right up on top there. And it's still blown away. Luciano Santolino making it happen on the Sherco. I wonder what the Shercos are like. All right, let's jump on over to the cars and let's get that done. So stage results so far for the cars. Overall, we are looking at Virawa, and he is going to be on that, or in that Toyota Gazoo Racing, 3 hours, 16 minutes, and 52 seconds for him. And then it's Chichet in the Mini X-Raid John Cooper Works team. Going to be 3:17:25. That is number 2 for the stage on stage 3. And then number 3, none other than Seth Cantero in the Toyota Gazoo Racing Toyota T1 Plus, finishing up 3 hours, 18 minutes, and 40 seconds. Going to be 148 back from the leader. So very well done. Seth Cantero making it happen. I mean, I'm happy to see this, you know, from driving golf carts in the desert, Southern California, Southern Nevada, Arizona, all of that fun stuff, to top 3 on a stage at the 2025 Dakar Rally. So very well done there. Following that up, let's take a look here. What else do we got? Nasser Al-Attiyah finishing up 6th. Demavis finishing up 4th out of Belgium in the Mini. Ferreira in the Mini in 5th. Nasser Al-Attiyah in 6th on the Dacia Sand Riders team. Ekstrom in the number 7 spot, Ford M Sport. Serradori finishing up 8th. Morales 9th. De Villers 10th. So very well done, a lot of these guys. Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh finishing up 13th in the Ultimate class. Then let's take a look a little bit further down. We've got a lot of them. The Challenger class coming up as well. Let's take a look here, because there was also a development on that one. So Corbin Leaverton out of the U.S. finishing top 5 in the Challenger class. So very well done on that one, all part of that Red Bull Junior team. So very awesome to see a Red Bull Junior team, what kind of potential that has. You have Seth Cantero, a graduate of that program. So very awesome to see him now in the T1 Plus category. And then you have more drivers coming up. So you've got Leverton and Perry navigating for him. And very well done on that one. So let's take a look at the vehicles overall, how that is going on. You got Langton in the number 1 spot with the Toyota Gazoo Racing T1 car. And then it is Nasser Al-Attiyah in the number 2 spot. Langton with a 19:04:53. And then it is Nasser Al-Attiyah with a 19:12:10. He's going to be 7 minutes and 17 seconds back. And then it's going to be Marcus Ekstrom and Burfs in that Ford M Sport 19:14:27. He's going to be 9 minutes and 34 seconds back for him. So graphic up on the screen so you guys can see that. Let's take a look. Let's run it down a little bit further down the top 10. Al Riyaj, Overdrive Racing, going to be 19:16:38 for him. He's going to be 11:45 back out of the lead. Moraes in the number 5 spot. Toyota Gazoo Racing, he's going to be in the number 5 spot with a 19:24:33, going to be 19 backs. And then Toby Price, Sam Sunderland, Overdrive Racing, going to be 19:25:10 and 20 minutes back. With a 2-minute penalty. Serradori in the number 7 spot. Mitch Guthrie, Kellen Walsh in the number 8 spot. And then Ferreira in the number 9 spot in the Mini. And then Seth Cantero hanging out in the number 10 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing. So very well done there. He's got about 3 minutes to make up to get up into that number 9 spot. And then from there, he is total from the lead 35.04. So long stages still left, a lot of stuff to do. This is the overall results after stage 3. We've still got a long way to go. So there is a lot that can happen. 35 minutes will vanish in no time in the Dakar Rally. So you got to watch out for that. He's going to have to climb his way up the ladder, but there might be stages that suit his driving a little bit better, especially a stage like today. So beating out a lot of the competition, managing to get that third place. So only beat out by Alatia, and I believe it was Ledgen. Let's see here. Now is Cantero, Chicheret, Verawa. Those are the three that, or the two guys that beat him out. Excuse me. So very awesome to see that. Again, very fast stage. Seemed like it was pretty technical, rocky, with a little bit of sand track, but nothing like dunes or anything like that. So I'm sure these guys were out there having fun and letting the vehicles and the bikes eat. It's very good. Okay, so that is a wrap. That is our morning results show for these guys. We got to get back to it. We're going to take a look around. I know that we've got a lot of stuff going on. The results still being published. I literally just got a bunch of alerts saying that the stage 2 results are still getting worked on. So I'm wondering when that is going to become available. We will see. But very, very awesome to see. I don't know. What do we think? Do we think Daniel Sanders is going to rope it back in, get back up on top, grab a couple of more stage wins for the Motos? I mean, he's got a record. He needs 2 more wins to tie with 5 wins with Toby Price. So let's see what happens there, and let's see where Seth Cantero goes. I'm quickly becoming a Seth Cantero fan. Let's see where he's at. I mean, it takes a lot of talent to drive these vehicles very, very fast, especially in the dunes, and keep up with people, you know, like Nasser and the guys up front in the same vehicles in the Gazoo Racing, the Verawa guy, and then Chicheret in that JCW Mini. So we'll find out. Anyway, all right, guys, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all of that stuff. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Anything that we need to look at, tweak that you guys think is a little bit better. I think we introducing the graphics for you guys on this episode. Going to try and do that a little bit more. Takes a little bit of time to do it, but happy to do so. But anyway, with that being said, guys, don't forget, it'll make sense when you get there. Enjoy the ride.